I prepared for this evening, I was reflecting on my very first Sunday when I was here with y'all. And I preached from Isaiah chapter 43. I want to read these words to you once again. This is from Isaiah 43, verses 18 and 19. It says, "Do not remember the past events. Pay no attention to things of old. Look, I am about to do something new. Even now it is coming." And that Sunday I preached on God doing something new. That God was doing something new in the life of this church body. And so, over the last 4.5 years, I believe that we've seen God doing many new things here at First Baptist Church Stockdale, bringing people to new life. And so as we think about what God has done here at the Youth and Children's Building, this is something new that He has done, and it's something new that He's done for future generations, so that those that come, the new little ones, the children, the youth that come into this building, that they will hear God's word and that God will do something new in their life. And it has already begun. As we've been using this since August, the new things have already begun. And so I want to give Katie an opportunity to share, and then Palmer is going to speak a little bit too about how God has been working and using this for the children and the youth ministries.
All right, well, what you're going to notice and what you probably have already seen is this building is already full of life. And since August, it's been home of Wednesday Kapow, Sunday growth groups, and children's church. And inside the walls, you're going to see an incredible space designed for our kids. It includes on our side, I'm speaking on behalf of just the children's side, okay? But on our side, we have an early childhood wing. And in that wing, we have the nursery, the pre-K, and a really amazing interactive learn and play room. And so that has all been something we're able to do because of this building. And we've even been able to add to our ministry with our VIPs, our volunteers in preschool, and that helps during the 11 a.m. service to separate the nursery infants and really tiny babies with the 2 and 3-year-olds to be able to go and run and play. And so in that wing, you're going to come across an important verse, and that verse is Matthew 19:14, which says, "Let the little children come to me." And that verse comes from the moment when children were brought to Jesus, and He very clearly welcomed them. In fact, He stopped everything and invited them in. And I think that's a huge component of what this building represents. It's a place where obstacles are removed and children are welcomed and invited and able to begin their faith at a really early age. And as our children grow, the building grows with them. And so in our elementary wing, we're going to have 4 classrooms, 2 with seated learning, and 2 with a little more wiggle room for some interactive games and activities that Bible study teachers need. And that's important because we know research shows that kids remember what they feel. And so when we can help our kids feel joyful and have hands-on interaction, that learning sticks. And there's nothing more important in learning than learning your faith of Jesus Christ and who your faith should be in. And so we made that learning space, even the hallway, as interactive as possible, as hands-on as possible. So our welcome and check-in have family-friendly games on the wall of tic-tac-toe and checkers. And then when they walk through that secured area, they're immersed in the story of Noah's Ark, where they get to not just hear it, but see it and interact with it. And all of that is possible not through accident, not through random choosing, but through very, very intentional planning. And I'm just very thankful for the committee who organized all of this, who made so many important decisions. I'm thankful for the builders, for the West brothers coming in and doing what they were able to do. This space is just so amazing. And then from there, our first team meeting with me as children's minister, I told Kevin, it was, hey, we need you to furnish and decorate a children's building. He was like, that was the most stressful meeting of the year, right? Yes, Kevin. And it was hard work, you guys. There's a lot of, for me, respect and love for my church family and all your tithes, your giving. I don't want to disrespect that, right? And so everything I've done, I've just had a tremendous heart, and it's been joyful. And I'm so thankful that we've been able to see it through fruition, and we're standing here today, but it couldn't have been done by myself. I am so incredibly thankful for all of you that helped with decorating. Candace and Richard, oh my gosh. I just owe them the biggest thank you. We're done hanging stuff on walls for a while, Candace. Those two came in and day out. I mean, I could call them the night before, and they somehow made it happen. And Emily Bohach, you'll see her amazing work. She's the verses. She's the one that put that together. And then just in and out, I can look in the crowd and see. I remember Ginger coming in, spur of the moment. Miss Kibby, Tasha, just whenever I asked, a team of people arrived. Rachel, labeling the supply room, it was overwhelming for one person. So I thank you. I thank you all. And then most importantly, the reason the building is alive and thriving is the volunteers. This isn't a one-man show. So I see a lot of faces out here that are day in and day out serving the Lord through kids ministry. And I am so appreciative of you. The last thing I'd like to say is you're going to see the biggest letters saying probably the most important thing, which is Jesus changes everything. And I think that's the reminder of why the space exists, is because you've shown, all of you here, that you believe deeply in kids ministry. And you know, children, that you are welcome, that you're invited, and our goal is to point you to Him. Because kiddos, when you live for Jesus, Jesus changes everything. Thank you.
Well, how do I follow that up? No, that was great, Katie. Of course, I agree with everything Katie just said. And, I believe, we're so thankful for, like Katie said, the committee and everyone who put all the hard work in. Not just the committee, but everyone who tithed, is being a part of this, who gave above and beyond maybe normally what you give to make something like this happen. I always told myself, I was like, I know when we build a place just for kids, just for students, it'll be very much of a, if you build it, they will come type thing. And that has happened. We've built this building and we've seen the ministry just explode in growth, not just numerically, but spiritually as well. Deepening in their faith. And so I can say, it's a privilege, with this being my first time serving as a church, as a pastor, it's been such a privilege to be a part of a project like this. I was telling Kevin and Katie earlier, there have been pastors that pastor for their whole career, their whole life, till retirement, and they never get the privilege to see a project like this happen under their time as a pastor. And I got to see it within like the first 2 years. And that's just such a privilege that I'm very thankful for, that the Lord has afforded me and afforded our church body. There's been people who go to churches and you never get to see something like this so amazing happen, not just a building being built, but because people are coming to Christ. I mean, you don't build a bigger building if your numbers are declining, right? You don't build a bigger building if Christian people aren't being saved by Christ. And so we're seeing people get saved by God and get baptized and integrated into a church family. And we're looking around going, we need a bigger place for our people. And so it's just an amazing thing to see this completed. And it's been a privilege to have new students show up. It's been a privilege to have students show up that have been faithful since day one, since I've been here, to watch them grow in their faith, get deeper in their faith. And it's been great to see new volunteers come alongside too, because of this building that's been afforded to us by the Lord, most importantly, and by you guys as well as the church as a whole. And so it's been amazing. And of course, you're going to see a really, in my opinion, when you walk into the youth space, something that just really grabs your eye is the prayers and praises wall. And I reached out to Chelsea Pavelik, and I was like, hey, this is kind of the vision. Can we do this? And she got with her husband, Jason, and Emily Bohotch as well, cut out some of the lettering. And that's a prayer wall that we have for our student ministry. And it's just cool to see all the prayers being listed up on there of how God's moved and the requests we have for him. And so it's an amazing thing that has been contributed to by you guys. That, like Katie said, none of this would be possible if it weren't for y'all. And all the volunteers that just simply say yes. Just as Kevin preached on this morning, just saying, yes, Lord, here I am. Don't look anywhere else, Lord. Don't start looking anywhere else. Start with me. Start with me. And so this building exists because you answered that call. And so I know I'm blessed as your student pastor, and it's been a wild ride, and I'm so excited for the many, many years to come ahead. So thank you.
All right. So you heard that word thank you many times. And so now you've given, and I know some of you already took a sneak peek in there. But now you're going to be invited in, and you get to go around, and feel free to go in the rooms, look at everything. We've got some refreshments in there for you to enjoy as well, and then we'll have our family meeting. But let me officially cut this ribbon.